Hi everyone, welcome to the Codersarts YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be giving you a product description or a kind of a demo that product that we are building. So it's an AI productivity app, basically a desktop application that you can install in your system to be more productive while you're working. So let me give you a brief summary. So it's basically a cross-platform desktop productivity assistant that can start automatically when you turn on your system. So let's suppose I turn on my system, it will start in the background and it will process my voice. It can accept natural languages, like let's suppose I told it to block social media for 30 minutes, then it can do it for me. Later on, I will explain what are the functionalities, what are the features that we are thinking to implement in this project. But just to give you a brief idea about this project, so basically it can accept natural language commands and force website or apps to be blocked during a focus session. So as I mentioned, if I just told it to block youtube.com or shorts, specifically shorts in YouTube, then or for a certain period of time, then it can do it for me. Then it can track usage. So it can also track how much time I have spent on YouTube, on WhatsApp, or either if I'm playing any game, so how much time I have spent over there. So it can give me a holistic idea of how much time I'm spending on a certain platform and whether that particular time is being spent on a productive thing or not, so that I can improve my habit. After that, surface insights and nudge to improve focus. So if you just think of it like, if you're not getting any idea about this app, so it's a brief description. So when your system starts, assistant wake up automatically. If you told it to block Twitter or YouTube for 30 seconds, then it enforces that particular rule in the background. And if you try to visit that particular site, it will block you. Basically, it will close that system automatically, and it will write that log that you have tried or you have attempted to visit that particular site. It tracks the time. It also tracks if you have spent a certain time idly, you have not done anything, you just sit in front of your system, you have not done anything, then it can also track that thing, and you can generate weekly or daily reports. After that, you can also basically turn off that system to in emergency cases. Let's suppose you have to visit Google or you have to visit YouTube for certain things, then you can also block that particular things by visiting to the settings of the application. And also regarding the privacy control, all the data are stored locally, and only necessary data that are required to be processed, it sends to the server. Apart from that, everything is being stored in the local system only. Now let's talk about the core functionality of our system that we are building. So the first and most important thing is that it can understand natural languages. So suppose if you told it to tell me the temperature of my area, and you can just tell your area name, that can process your it can process your language, it can send that thing to the server. Behind the scene, we are running LLM models, so it can process that thing and give you the response in your languages. And also it can understand like if you just told it to set the timer. So if you just you don't want to block the site, but you just told it to set the timer for 10 minutes, and it can just and remind me every 5 minutes that my timer is how much timer is left. So it can do that thing also for you. So you just have to tell it set the timer for 30 minutes and remind me in every 5 minutes that how much time is left. Then it can do that for you. You can also use that thing to open certain apps. So let's suppose you don't want to open the app by your own. You just want to open certain thing with your command only. Like if you just want to say open YouTube and search for coding videos, then it can do that thing for you. I will be giving you a demo also for this, like how you can open the apps or websites by giving the command, because that part we have built the demo. So I will be showing you that demo also, how you can open the apps and website by your commands. So these were the certain features. Apart from that, it can track all the system interaction that you do. It can keep a record, like how much time you have spent on which site. It can monitor your website pattern, so that it can give you a constructive feedback, like how you can optimize this thing to be more productive. It can record your application time. It can generate productivity score to make you more productive. Apart from that, natural language processing, behavioral pattern, personalized productivity recommendation, all of these things. So these were the initial features that we have thought we will be implementing, but later on we might change these things, and we might uh, look up for the new features in our app. You can also let us know in the comment section if you have any features in your mind. Now let's talk about the high level architecture or the tech stack that we will be following, because that's the most important thing. So for the front end, we are thinking to use Electron JS for building the desktop application, because that's the most ideal one, and it's also mostly used in the industry. We have a lot of application like uh, our VS Code, we have Discord, and more application built with Electron JS only. So that's the most ideal way. So for building the front end, we will be using Electron JS along with React and TypeScript. UI dashboard will be React based with all the productivity insight, rule management, and AI integration. Along with that, we will be also using system trace, so that all the it is easily accessible. Like whenever you want to pause the thing, or you want to check the status or quick control. So for that, we will be integrating system tray. After that, auto updater, seamless update for both Electron app and AI models. Uh, IPC bridge, so that there is a smooth communication between the UI and the Python daemon that we will be implementing. So these are the front end thing. Now talking about the backend or the core intelligence or control which we will be writing. So for the API server, we will be using fast API along with WebSocket server, WebSocket support for real-time communication. After that, for rule engine, we will be implementing smart blocking rules for with time-based and context aware, so that it processes the things smoothly. After that, we will be also implementing session management. Inside that, we will be doing focus session, time breaks, and productivity flow. Then natural language understanding, all of these things. Then system monitoring, data aggregation, so that user can get real-time data of the usage that they have done. Now for the database part, we will be using MySQL database, because that's the robust data storage available. So it will store all the activity events, all the blocking rules, focus session, user profile, and all of these things. Then we are also thinking to implement to build a browser extension, so that later on when we have to track a user's activity on browsers, so we can do that as well. Like let's suppose user has downloaded that particular system desktop application on his or her system. Now they also want to track their browser activity. So for that, we are also thinking to build browser extension, so that we can also manage those things, and user can get an holistic idea of what time and where they have spent. Like if they were spending 3 hours on Google Chrome, and inside that also on which site they have spent how much time, so we can also track those things. So for that, we are also thinking to build browser extensions. For that, we will be using Chromium extension for Chrome. Then Firefox, we are not thinking to build the Firefox, but yeah, Chromium one, that's the important thing. After that, you also have to think in the OS level, like Windows will have its own, Mac will have its own, and if the person using Linux-based operating system, then we also have to think for that. So these were the things. To give you an overview idea of the things. So with this architecture, with this diagram, you can understand. So on the front end side, Electron UI. Then for the backend part, a Python daemon with fast APIs. Then MySQL server. Electron will have a system tray. Backend will have a system monitoring. There will be at the end, like we are just thinking, then browser extension and native messaging host, so that all the information are managed in a single place. Then we also have to think about the scalability and performance, implementing connection pooling, multiple concurrent connection for higher throughout activities, horizontal scaling. Like when we have a multiple user, then we also have to think about how we can scale the things, caching the things. We also have to think about that, because every time we can't make unnecessary request to the backend to process the thing, because if certain thing can be cached into the systems of the user for faster retrieval, then we can also implement that thing. So we can use caching. Then multi-user support, like if the a platform is being used by a single person, then it can be used as an individual one. But if it's being shared by multiple user, like an admin person who wants to keep a track of the users who are working under him, like admin wants to see what its user are doing, then we can also think of that, like how we can manage administrative control so that admin can know my users are visiting these many sites and how much time they are spending on those things. I know it's an privacy thing, but yeah, we can also think in that terms to make it administrative control thing. Then data isolation, like securing separation of user data so that only access based control can be provided. So these are the things regarding tech stack and overall administrative architecture that we will be using and building with the help of these things. Now let's talk about key challenges and solution that we might face during the development of this product. Product development is not always about thinking about tech stack and architecture and all of these things. We also have to uh, think the challenges that we might face while building any application. So the first challenges that we thought of is system level control, how we will control things on a system level. So for that, we thought of writing platform specific APIs and native modules. Then second challenge that we thought is of uh, browser security restrictions, like how we will access the things inside the browser and all of these things. So for that, we can use browser extension plus a native messaging host. Then third challenges was cross platform compatibility, how the things will be compatible to different platforms. So the solution was we thought of like abstracting system operation with platform specific implementation, like things will be uh, built with the platform specific. Then the fourth challenges was performance and resource usage. So for that, we can design efficient pooling background services. We can run the things in the background. We can implement caching so that requests are not made constantly. Things can be stored in locally if it's frequently accessed, so that it makes a minimal load on the CPU. Then the fifth challenge was privacy consent, because that's the most important thing. Most of the users think about this only, like our data might get used inappropriately. So for that, we thought of like local first processing, encrypted storage, and user data control. So most of the things will be stored locally on the user system, but if certain thing has to be stored or like processed on the server, that can be encrypted and stored in the server and processed over there. Now let's talk about the project scope and the roadmap, how we will be building the things. So first will be the in the first phase, we will be developing the MVP, minimal viable product. So in that, we will be implementing basic things like basic time blocking functionality, website blocking during focus session, simply activity logging, like whatever performance, whatever action that user has performed, we will be storing that thing, and basic AI commands processing, like whatever user gives command to open certain apps or website with voice command, they can do that. They can block certain sites. They can uh, log a particular time period. So these all things will be implemented in the first phase, which will be an MVP phase. Then second will be the extended feature phase, where we will be implementing advanced productivity analysis, where we can analyze users behavior or patterns that user has done, and we can give the suggestions based on that. Then we can implement calendar, we can implement habit tracking, goal setting, and these kind of things. So this will be implemented in the phase 2. Then comes the enterprise phase, which will be the phase 3. So these till phase 2, it was just being used by an individual. Like an individual can manage their productive hours and all of these things. But in the phase 3, we are thinking to implement enterprise features. Basically, team and organization control, like admin can control the users' time, compliance report, advanced AI coaching, and integrating with productivity tools. So you can also integrate your tools like Slack or any other productivity tool that you have in your mind. You can integrate that particular app with our application. So this will be in the third phase. Later on, we there might be more phases which we have not thought of correctly. But yeah, development process is a long one process. So later might we do more phases. Now let me give you a basic product demo that we have built. So the basic app that we have built is currently it can open the apps with your voice command. So let's suppose you told it to open Spotify or Google or YouTube or any other app, it can open that app for you. So let me give you a demo of this particular application. Later on, we will be like using this particular thing only and enhancing this one. So this is just a basic thing.
Hello. I'm your voice assistant. I'm ready to help you.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Can you open Google Chrome and search for coding? Can you open YouTube and search for coding videos? Open Spotify. Exit. So this was the basic demo that we have it's just a prototyping. So we have built this particular assistant which we can use to open certain apps to perform certain things. Like let's suppose I want to open, as I have showed you in the demo, it can open tabs, it can also execute that command. So if I would have told it to open ChatGPT and uh, certain thing, it could have done that. So yeah, this is the just basic demo that we have built. Later on, it's the part of MVP that we are building. So it can process our request, natural request, and it can process those things and give you response for that. Now we will be working on that MVP, and in the next video, I'll be showing you a full-fledged project. But if you have any product idea or any AI related product idea in your mind that you want to convert into an actual product, or you want to use AI ML into your existing projects, then you can contact us on our email, which is contact@codersart.com. We are a team of highly intellectual developers or AI ML engineers in our company, and we can help you to implement AI into your existing project, and we can also help you to build your AI product and launch it into the market so that you can test your idea and actually see the changes your app is making in the lives of the people. So if you have any idea, or in general, if you want to build an AI product, then you can contact us. We will help you out with that. So that's it for today's video. In the next video, I'll be showing you the actual product. So stay tuned.